she came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Welcome everybody to another RRWC2021 Group Stage Group B match between Bad Games and Crewdy. Joining me on the cast today is admin of this match, In4Fun. Welcome.
Good evening, Curry. Good evening, chat. Hope everyone's doing well.
I hope so as well. First map gonna be Dartmoor, picked by Bad Games. Second map, Whittleton Creek, picked by Crewdy. And third map, yet to be revealed.
Yet to be released.
Yet to be released. Yeah, I guess we already have like the maps that we got, and we also got our spin.
Yep, quick one to start with. Alexa Carlyle, pistol as mentioned stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll figure out how to do this spin properly then, because earlier I got Alexa Carlyle silenced SMG as mentioned stuff, and I failed horribly at it.
Oh wow.
So...
Yeah, I think it should be the same tutorial video should work for both spins. I'm sorry it was that decider. I haven't been able to watch it, but this should be a quick one. Crewdy already in.
Indeed.
That game is loading and should be in time as well.
Yeah, we can also again see Bad Games currently playing on his phone again, like he did in all the previous RRs. I have to admire it though. Playing on a phone and then like sticking with it throughout the tournaments.
Isn't that his thing now?
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he wouldn't even change if he wanted.
No, like if he changes, the whole community will basically be upset here.
Maybe we get a new type of Bad Games for 2022, but yeah, for now he is going to go with I guess a low mastery start, mention guard, trying to eye as that mentioned stuff, but not working out so well. And Crewdy will have to restart as well, so I think that was a head turn on that first guard.
Indeed. Yeah, Fusk, we had another mentioned staff spin earlier. Silence SMG is mentioned staff. I played that. It failed at it, but yeah. That was world record material. This spin technically also world record material, however. We are in a couple of seconds here actually past that. Right about now, I think. I think it's 1:55 by Fusk currently. So he can be relieved. His record won't be taken just yet.
Yeah, Luis says it right, that all way could be possible for this. With one tranquilizer, you can specify the two crucial NPCs, which would be, I think, the checkpoint guard and the maid, and then you can KO the remainder in succession. Would be the quickest, but I think Crewdy's refined solution with the snail and two tranks will work just as well.
Indeed. It's like the OG version at this point, I feel like, just clearing out the office. Ooh. Got spotted though. With the snail being, well, an upgrade to the OG version. I think in the past we've been doing it with two calmers. The snail adds to that.
Oh no, bad games, connection issues so far. Not so good, but this time green guns and he has this guys. He just has to infiltrate the office upstairs. I'm not sure if those bodies will be found or not.
Just close the door, you know. It'll be fine.
Always helps. Another try at the office. Crewdy is really close to that push, but keeps his green guns and will use the snail on these two and the trank on the other two. And well, he got the trank from the hidden stash, so I would hope so that he started with the pistol, which would be a silenced one for a kill, and drop down to exit. Hopefully we get to see that now.
By the look of it, exactly that. Basically just switched up the order in which he tranked the other two guards. Because that was what ripped him early, and Bad Game seems to be restarting Stadia right here.
Yeah, unfortunate timing if it was crash or something. He was in combat, so feels like just a longer restart, but it won't matter because Crewdy with a 140 something in-game time gets it right for the third time, and we'll get the first 2 points.
Indeed, that's the exit from Crewdy. 5 stars SA right there, and that will be first map victory to him. Very well done. Couple of hiccups, however, quick as Dartmoor usually is. And we'll move on to Whittleton Creek. If I can type it, I can also create a prediction for it.
Oh, I was just looking out of my head, but I kind of have to validate this pin with the rest of the admins.
Indeed. Anyway, so let's get familiar with Whittleton Creek. Let's go over the plan and figure out who the targets are and what they have to do in Whittleton Creek, Vermont.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master, a KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka. Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shattered Plant.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Grey was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Crewdy shooting up some cars right here. That's the second map of the Bad Games versus Crewdy RRWC2021 group stage match. I am still joined by In4Fun.
I'm still here. I managed to not leave after 7 minutes.
Nice.
Looking forward to Whittleton though.
Indeed. After one quick map follows the second one. I guess. Okay, yeah, Whittleton Creek is not the fastest Hitman 2 map, but like from total Hitman 2, but I guess from the base game, Whittleton would be the fastest. The only thing that's faster in the second season would be New York, but that's DLC content.
It is indeed the fastest non-DLC Roulette Rivals compatible map of the trilogy, because then you can start talking about Hawke's Bay, but we can start talk about this Whittleton Creek spin. You can run it down, of course.
Indeed. Janus shall drown while 47 is disguised as a server, and Nolan Cassidy shall get shot with a loud assault rifle, maybe even his own, while he's disguised as one of his own bodyguards. So yeah, kind of the Cassidy getting betrayed by his own people there.
It's such a funny streak. Like, obviously it's not rigged, and I believe the RNG is RNG. But I have seen so many drownings today. I practiced for my match a couple hours ago. I got drowning. That was the last spin I did. For a match 2 hours ago, I got drowning as a construction worker, and this is another Janus drowning. It's another starting location. So as I started construction, I think they will start server, and with the Seeker and the Gramophone, you can definitely isolate Janus.
Indeed. You got all the drownings that I didn't get today. As I think I didn't get any, well, neither while playing nor practicing. So, let's see how they handle it. None of them actually starting server, quite surprising. Crewdy starting Fumigator, instantly obtaining 2 clues here. Bad Games starting main road, or like the main entrance. Don't exactly know what it's called.
Is the Whittleton Creek start?
Yeah. Something.
That is literally the name, Whittleton Creek.
Okay.
But it always fascinates me when someone starts Fumigator, because then or Exterminator or something, because then I
think it's Exterminator.
Can sometimes, yeah, because then sometimes you can see some early Nolan kills, but I think it won't be the case this time. Crewdy will go for this not free but fairly isolated server, get his disguise, and catch Janus downstairs.
Indeed. Crewdy getting a server disguise here immediately. Bad Games is actually working on kind of an early Cassidy kill here, getting a bodyguard disguise. So let's see what Bad Games is up here, if he's just gonna like lure one after the other until Janus is until Nolan's there. However, he already left, so Bad Games will have to think about something new here, something else.
Bad Games bringing in his own AR, but presumably I don't think that's an SMG though.
Yeah, I think
So
it's an AR.
Unless it's a Shashka, I'm not 100% confident, but we will see that in the inventory at least one more time.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there are no SMGs that are this shape though. There are like all the SMGs are rather small or something.
Crewdy will get this Janus ISO though. Downstairs, however, not that it really matters because Crewdy has the 2 clues. That's why he got Janus later. First kill down, hostile area, so I'd be a bit careful of Gunther. Yeah, that was
That was very weird what happened there. Somehow he just ran through him and he did literally nothing.
there was no whoosh, but doesn't really matter in hostile areas.
That's the third clue for Crewdy. And therefore, that objective completed. All he's missing now is the Cassidy kill.
And at this point, it is really just the wait until... Well, you have 2 options, and both are soundproof. You can make him sick when he's talking on the phone, or around the Bugman's car, or if you are loadout restricted, then just go for the garage and KO the bodyguard. Keep the door open, the garage door open, because it's always fun when you are stuck inside. But other than that, there's not much that Crewdy can do wrong here.
Yeah. However, Cass's curse does exist, and might just happen now. And however, on the other side, we have Bad Games, who's currently just working on cleaning out Cassidy's house, just luring guard after guard, KOing them, dragging them into the garage here, which is currently open, and at some point, no one's gonna walk in there. So yeah, that could get risky.
Yeah, say what you want about Bad Games, but the way he can keep this long streak of KOs and keeping his green guns is definitely admirable.
Yeah, well, that's not generally something easy, especially with like all the things that can happen in Hitman. Weird hat turns, mirrors, frontal KOs, that thing right there being stairs. However, he's still green. Like,
What a time to talk about this, but I guess that just reinforces the point.
yeah, I'm
Man
actually a
likes his
bit
green guns.
surprised he's still green after that. But I
Yeah,
guess it works out for
if
him.
they don't see you, then it's potential to keep your green guns. Crewdy with the crucial isolation, the KO on the Cassidy bodyguard, and we'll get the disguise from him, drag Janus. No, the other target, Cassidy, to this box, and pop and exit.
Indeed. There's loud AR. Shashka might even be the Shashka Beast, the new one, which features no tactical advantage whatsoever. If I'm not entirely
It's a larger
mistaken.
magazine,
Oh, has it actually?
60 bullets. So I think that
Okay, OP then.
it is and should definitely banned from all competitions.
Yeah. Should fall under the same rule as all DLC items, which is like Gentleman's Ingredient and only use it if your opponent has it. And
Agreed. And Crewdy is out.
Indeed. There's the 5-star screen guns, and Haven's in the mix, everyone. What is gonna be final map? Final map is not Haven. Somehow, I feel like all my Havens have just been used up in RR6. So we're getting other maps, which is now Dubai. So let's have a quick, or rather a bit longer, look at the mission briefing for Dubai.
Look closer. In the shadows. Behind the everyday world. Beyond the headlines and the suits of power. a hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets to use and throw away, to do the unthinkable, the unforgivable, and it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47. Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its 3 partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And, just maybe, look towards the future. 47. It's time.
Partners are down there. You know, I never planned this far ahead.
You never do.
I see someone got his memory back. Wait, is that a beacon? What the hell? Base. Alexa Carlisle's helicopter just took off. Confirm target locations, over.
Diana, what's the status?
Right. We have a situation. Carlisle has left the building. And I think I know why. The Constant has escaped. He persuaded one of the sailors into setting him free. And since then, he's been seizing control of Providence assets and resources. I can only assume Carlisle is rushing to contain the damage.
If she slips away again,
We'll keep track of her. Make sure she doesn't. Meanwhile, the plan stays the same. Your destination is the Scepter, the world's tallest building where the partners are laying low, courtesy of their host, Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali. Marcus Stuyvesant is 5th generation old money. His family made its fortune in real estate and banking, and were at one point the chief landowners in New York. Carl Ingram is a powerful Washington kingmaker whose family grew rich selling gunpowder during the American Civil War, and later established a globe-spanning empire in oil, coal, and steel. Both families long since retreated from public view, but their quiet dominance endures to this day. Now, the partners likely suspect that we're coming, so Mr. Gray will infiltrate building controls and disable all electronic doors and elevators. Stuyvesant and Ingram are about to find they have nowhere left to run.
right. This is our moment, 47. Providence ruined our lives with the flick of a pen. Today, we return the favor. Happy hunting.
And just in time for the spin, we are back with the third map of the RRWC2021 group stage match between Bad Games and Crewdy. And I'm still joined by In4Fun. In4Fun, take it away.
Well, apologies everyone for missing the first 3 seconds of this Dubai spin, but here we go now. Carl Ingram, Kitchen Knife as Art Crew, Marcus Stuyvesant, Loud Pistol as Penthouse Guard. It's not live, it's not obnoxious disguises, like, I don't know, skydiving. Still haven't seen a KO skydiving spin, but I haven't watched many Dubais.
I think I respun something that had skydiving in it. Yeah, I think I had skydiving drowning. And yeah, drowning, as we all know, is not a KO'able kill. So therefore, illegal.
Some other time. I know someone's pushing for it. I wouldn't just yet. But Crewdy is in and going to do this double ISO from guard start. Colmer's used properly, 2 KOs and another one on Carl. Going to drop down to catch Marcus in time, although
He left a
it's going to
banana
be
for
time.
him. So I'm interested to see how that works out for him.
I thought that it... But it is red guns, right? It's because of him.
Ooh, is
Because it's not a
it?
Colmer. I thought it's only Colmer and strangely the piano, which keeps green guns, but the other accidents don't on targets.
It's very possible. I did not think about that actually. But yeah, it would appear so.
If he could somehow make it work on the guard, but it follows him right behind him. So it's not like you can place it for the guard and not Marcus.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, he wouldn't lose too much by just playing it slow, getting Marcus first, and then going up for Ingram. Yeah, which is like definitely a doable here. Would obviously be a bit slower than doing this. However, this has much more tight timing, and if you don't make it, you basically have to restart, since you don't want to really wait like 8 minutes for Marcus to come back.
It's a good question. I guess going for ultimate perfection, you want the Carl ISO before Marcus and then get him downstairs. Another tiny bit of improvement you can make is start Art Crew, because funny enough, Art Crew and Mention Guard or Event Security, why did I say Mention? I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the starting location of the two are so that you can get upstairs with the same timing, so why not start Art Crew? But yeah, other than that, it is going to be a bit back and forth, getting one disguise and the item, and for the other, the same.
Yeah. I think Crewdy didn't start Art Crew here because he immediately goes and picks up the loud pistol in the security room, which is not something he could do really. I guess he could pick it up later as a penthouse guard.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea for the loud pistol. It's the trade-off of do you want the disguise or the item first, and both have pros and cons.
Indeed, it's like the ultimate trade-off every time. What do you go for first, really? We'll find out. On the other side, Bad Games. He did start Art Crew. I think just went and picked up a kitchen knife, I assume, judging by the direction he came from.
Yeah, and I think he went outside to get those. It might have been another run because Bad Games doesn't use the in-game timer, but he was outside at one point.
Yeah, I saw that part. I was a bit surprised by it, but I mean, works fine. There are technically the kitchen knives outside that you use in the guard. What are they called? Guard mission story, where you like replace Stuyvesant's guard, and you have to like throw the kitchen knives at the target. However, those only get placed by the guard after you activate the mission story, so they're not really obtainable by yourself, I think. At least if I remember it correctly. It's been a while since I've done that.
Yeah, I might just be misremembering everything at this point. But yeah, Crewdy with the isolations ready. We saw the kitchen knife in his hand. Of course, the Art Crew disguise means he has everything now for the Carl kill. He'll get a penthouse guard up here. Can change into it and shoot Marcus on exit and leave the map 3 seconds after.
It doesn't even like need to do a quick shoot and dump or something. Just shooting him and exiting works perfectly fine as well, even faster. And yeah, that's one hell quick Dubai over again. He is even... Oh no, he's just gonna drag him a little bit so you can shoot him more easily from the exit. That's the kill. What?
Oh,
That's
Now-
immediate body found on Carl.
now that fascinates me because that was instant. That couldn't have been the one near the upstairs elevator exit because he doesn't have an angle on Ingram. He has angle on the guards. So did someone look to the sky literally?
Yeah, like the
Who
thing.
was 2 doors away? Sorry.
Yeah, the thing I was thinking about here was maybe some people in the atrium basically like hearing the shot, getting scared, and like, you know, turning around in the direction of the shot, and just vertical view cones being a bit larger than they should be maybe, and they just saw Carl Ingram lying there.
Now this one I've never seen before, and I definitely exited with loud gun kills a few times before.
Yeah. Not something that usually happens. I can confirm that part. Is the guard here? The guard here is just gone, but like I saw he went and put away a gun, but which gun did the guard for Crewdy just put away? There was no gun.
Are you sure? I didn't even see that part.
I think when he walked down the stairs, when Crewdy walked down the stairs and he pulled in, pressed instinct, I think I saw the one guard moving away towards the security, like the security room with the weapon box, which would explain why he's coming from there, since it wasn't Ingram's guard, Stuyvesant's guard. And it looked like he was holding, yeah, basically like a silenced AR that the penthouse guards have in his hands. So like I'm wondering what happened there. I mean, might just the game be buggy or something.
Well, he has all the small firearms in his hands, so I'm not sure anymore.
Guess.
But yeah, Crewdy has the preparation again. I think he got caught by the cameras through the tiny. Did you see the picture for 3 frames?
Yeah, something like that. He was seen by cameras so far anyway, so it doesn't really change it.
Doesn't
He has to
matter,
get
yeah.
rid of him regardless. Yeah, Crewdy just... not Crewdy, Bad Games just restarted again. Definitely knows now where the kitchen knife is, though. Someone picked that up previously, so he's just gonna instantly run there and pick that up, I think.
Got caught just passing, however. Didn't take care of this camera. Could be another restart. I mean, this can be frustrating for him, definitely, because he had the finish. He was at the exit. Didn't work out for him, and he's just trying to get back to that point, doing the whole spin again, and now for the 3rd time.
Indeed. Yeah, I could possibly, as Fusk is suggesting, just take care of cameras at some other point before, like, he's suggesting after getting both ISOs done, just, yeah, before he's going up there again. Yeah.
I mean, that's what he did for the first time. After the 2 KOs, he went to get the
True, yeah.
Ultra Disguise and shot the box.
I mean, he might have just well forgot it this time. Or thought like, yeah, okay, I can just shoot him. Or shoot.
Ooh, this is late though. This won't work out. Sorry. Just
Yeah, no, all good. This
restart.
indeed. At least I suppose it will be. Yeah, hey, if Marcus will continue moving now with the art crew being distracted.
Trying to speed things up, but with Marcus gone, this won't work really, so it's another restart.
Indeed. When also Bad Games getting caught trespassing here.
Unfortunate things, really.
Yeah.
Oh, now misses a trank. I think that's not crucial, but now he's going to use the crowbar, but I think that he's hurt sometimes. But I think because of the cycles, this might not be an issue, because one more trank on that Ingram bodyguard will secure this isolation. But with a subdue here, that's 2 extra seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Might be late for
However,
Marcus again.
Okay, I mean, yeah. Depending on what he does here, really. Ooh, gets caught trespassing on the camera, though.
So, no, he doesn't start with a silenced gun, but he should just really pick up this SMG from the Ingram guard. And shoot that camera. Although I know it is more painful on console with the controller, but it might just be worth that extra second.
Yeah, like this camera is definitely giving Crewdy some stress, so you should just take care of it earlier probably, and it will basically solve all his issues right here.
It was 40 seconds. Ingram is at the same position as before, but at least this is early enough, and you can now see on the minimap that Marcus is just entering the room, not just passing these guys for Crewdy, so it should be a decent isolation again.
Yeah, I'd assume so. There's also, isn't the dialogue for Marcus technically randomized? It's not the same length every time? Or is that just something that's actually made up and true? Because I feel like sometimes he's way longer in the security center than he is the other time.
There is some variation in Marcus's timing and the guard as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's 2 separate RNG elements or just one, but there are differences between Marcus starts for sure.
Bad Games going on a bit of a rampage here. I paid out the predictions. The previous one, yes. Oh wait, no, the Whittleton Creek ones I didn't do ones for Dubai.
Oh.
So let's just do that now. I'm not gonna open Dubai predictions now. Seeing how we're like halfway through the map already, 15 minutes in.
So Crewdy will take care of the camera and then the box.
Getting all that juicy XP, you know.
Like you're right.
The 10 XP that gives destroying a camera, and then the additional, what is it, 25 or something? That you get when destroying the security box.
It could be something like that.
It's not. It adds up, you know.
Well, green guns now for Crewdy. That is fine, but still a loud kill to go. First one, of course, is the Carl kitchen knife. And, well, I really haven't seen anything conclusive from chat either, so this could have been a random unlucky occurrence, but I would feel better if Carl was dragged away a bit.
Yeah, that was like the only conclusion that chat really came to as well. Like, possibly the people being able to see Carl's head. People also were suggesting the maintenance staff might have heard the shot and like turned around, saw Carl's head. Would have been a possibility. Crewdy even going the extra mile and hiding the KO'd bodies a little bit to make sure, and the calmered ones, or at least this one, to avoid them
this
getting
extra
spotted.
save from Crewdy.
Yeah, and I guess this is the right call here. Being this close to the exit, doesn't want to rip it again.
As the first kill. And the second disguise. Should really be an exit in just 20 seconds, but of course we have seen a red gun pop up at the last loud gunshot.
Indeed. There's the shot. He's even gonna dump him. That's
But there are
additional
KO'd
time.
bodies around,
Yes.
but not going through that
running.
door, so...
Alright.
Yeah.
Looks like that's Green Gun's exit. Let's press the finish button. Let's see. There it is. 5 stars as required. Crewdy, after a bit of trouble here and there, manages to close out the spin. And the legendary Bad Games, unfortunately, not getting any points here. Just gonna cut this real quick here because we have other matches going on. Let's still have a quick look at the leaderboard though, as this was a Group B match. Crewdy currently 4th place now with 16 points after this match. Bad Games still only 2 points, however also still has 4 matches to go. And yeah, there are other matches going on right now. One of them being Pidgeotto versus Chubby, I think, indeed, which is casted by Matty Spice. So I'm gonna give him a raid, and I'm sure he'll go over the upcoming matches for us as well once he is done with this match. So yeah, you can get all your information there. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks to the players for playing, obviously, and congratulations to Crewdy for taking all the 6 points here. Thanks to In4Fun for co-casting and adminning this match for us.
Thanks for having me. It was great fun as always.
Yeah, always welcome. And yeah, see all of you over on Maddie's cast.